Please help me welcome Paul Simpkins.
Thank you, Christine, for that introduction. Couldn't have written it better myself. But thank you all for the opportunity to be here today. I welcome the opportunity to be able to share with you a little bit about one of the things. I talked with several friends who are certified project managers, and they talked about that one of the things that the curriculum seems to be missing is a lot of talk about how to be effective leaders. And one of the things in being an effective leader is being influential. And so if you've got to be able to manage a project, you've got to be able to manage people, you've got to have influence. And so that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. A couple of things. So the thing that these people have in common is they all have influence. They all influence people one way or another, either positively or negatively. And even when they don't want to have influence or be a role model, they are. And a good example, I think, of this, and this is why I added him up here, was Dennis Rodman, that all during the time he was in the NBA with all of his antics, he was often chided by people who said, "You're a role model. You influence people. You have to watch what you do." And he said, "I don't want to be a role model." Well, what he didn't realize is you don't have a choice. We all influence people in one way or another. We ourselves, we wear many hats during our lives. We're project managers, budget analysts. We are a spouse or a significant other. We may be a parent. We may be a community activist, a church member, a member of CFC PMI. Or we wear many different hats during our lives. All of these roles mean that we influence people, even when we're not trying to. So your influence is the key to better management and employee relations. It's the key to better and more effective marketing and sales. It's the key to better vendor relations. It's the key to better family and personal relations. Without influence, you can't lead, you can't sell, you can't connect effectively with others. So no matter who you are, let me get a little ahead of myself there. No matter who you are or what you want to accomplish out of life, you can achieve it faster, be more effective, and make a longer lasting contribution if you become a person of influence. So now the good news is you already have influence. And we talked about that. You all influence people in one way or another. The question is how much influence do you have and whether it's positive or negative. So we'll take a little bit about what influence, we'll take a look a little bit at what influence means today, how your influence grows, and a couple of tried and true ways that you can apply right away in your life to increase your influence. So let's start with a little bit of a discussion here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you just discuss this around the table. Each person take no more than 30 seconds for this. In fact, preferably even shorter. And what I want you to do is I want you to share with everybody around the table, what did you want to be when you grew up and why? All right, just show of hands. How many wanted to be an athlete? Just show of hands. How many wanted to be, say, a police or fire officer? Two of those. How many actually wanted to be a project manager? I actually wanted to be. All right, so next question then. So obviously, most of us did not become what we thought we wanted to be when we grew up. And there was lots of reasons why we may have wanted to be something. We may have wanted to be an athlete because we idolized a baseball player or a football player or a basketball player or a tennis player. We may have wanted to be a fireman because, again, or a policeman because they look like heroes. We may have wanted to be a doctor or a nurse or something like that because, again, they're heroes that we idolize. And so those kinds of personalities, those kinds of people we encounter had an influence on those things we wanted to be when we grew up.